Okay. Um, so a lot's been going on lately, and with the death of George Floyd, it's been kind of a hard time, right? And so I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling, and what can people do to help?
Yeah, this time has been kind of weird. I'd say it's bittersweet. Bitter because I don't like hearing news that another person in the black community has been mistreated, and I don't like feeling that I have to be even more self conscious about how I handle myself in public. But it's been sweet because through this week, I have been reassured that there are people in my life who are ready to support me and who care about the black community. And as far as helping goes, there's a quote from Martin Luther King that says, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." So it would mean a lot to me if you would show love to your black friends. And I think the best way you could do that would be to just look them in the eye and say, "I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry that you're hurting. I hear you." Yeah. And how have you guys been feeling? And how do you think people can help?
I definitely think it has been a very, very sad time. And ironically, I'm speaking, but I think that this is a time when we need to be listening. And um, we've got, I think all of us have biases that we have to deal with. And if we don't, we can end up seeing things happen like what we've seen here. And that's the really, really sad and tragic thing.
Yeah, and for me, I've felt a lot of really deep feelings and a lot of anger, to be honest. And it's been hard for me to hear what people say, um, because I feel like when horrible tragedies happen to Black people, there's always a but, right? And I feel like we need to deal with the root, which is injustice. And and I hurt because you're my son, and we had to re-record this because I cried through the first recording. And Jesse and Drake were gonna talk, but Jesse felt too emotional, so it's very personal. And we've watched you actually experience some really hard things. Um, we were joking, right, that I'm not a Black person, so I'm not complaining, but I'm Black person adjacent, and so my heart goes out to you. And I hurt for you, and I've been surprised at the things that have happened to you. And so when Black people tell us things, I think we need to listen, is the way I feel. And so I've really been trying to listen to a lot of Black voices and learn and come from the position of a student. Um, so I wanted to read this prayer by St. Francis of Assisi because I've sort of been using it to guide me. So, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. So that's my prayer, that we would be people of mercy, that we would be people that actually listen and actually care, and hopefully change will come.